Hello, if you were not in class today, I want you to watch this brief tutorial. I'm going to use what's called the butterfly method to cross multiply in order to set up an equation to solve to find out what our missing value is for r. So I'm going to use this as a butterfly wing, and that's called cross multiplying. I'm multiplying whatever two numbers I see in that wing. The butterfly body tells me that I need to put the equal sign in between, and then I'm going to use another butterfly wing to mean that I'm multiplying whatever two factors I see in that wing. So 2 times 18 would be 36, and that's going to equal 12r. We prefer to put a number in a variable without the parentheses. So now I've cross multiplied. That's a butterfly method. I'm done multiplying. But we want to know what r is, so now I need to solve this. So I'm going to use my algebra skills. I'm going to start on the side that has the variable, and I want just r by itself. Side by side means multiply, so I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to divide by 12. Divide by 12 because I want this r by itself. So now I know that r is on this side and 3 is on this side. In other words, I could say that r equals 3. So that's how we solve a proportion. We're using what we're referring to as a butterfly method, and we're using it to create an equation. Right, here's my equation so that I can figure out what r is. Now, we could use what's called the scaling method because the numbers on this particular paper are compatible. But this next one is an example of where this comes in really handy using cross multiplication. So I'm going to start this again, and I personally prefer to use the wing that has the variable in it first. So I'm going to start this wing, which means 6 times 3d. Then the body tells me, don't forget the equal, and then I'm going to use the other butterfly wing, and that means 16 times 9. So this looks a little bit different, but since it's side by side, I'm going to multiply the 6 and the 3, which we can do, and then the d just comes along for the ride, so that's going to become 18d, and on this side I get 144. So now I'm done with my cross multiplying. Now comes the solving part. So I want to know what d is, so I'm going to build my wall. I'm going to divide by 18 so I can isolate d. Divide by 18 on both sides, and d equals 8. So in this particular proportion, I now would have 16 over 6, and because there's not just the d, it would be 3 times 8, and that would be over 9. So this proportion would be 16 is to 6 as 24 is to 9. But my solution, which is what they're asking me to solve, would be d equals 8. So I want to present one other thing. Sometimes they give us the full two ratios, and they ask us if they're equal, and we can prove whether it's a proportion or not by still using cross multiplication. So let me show you what I mean. If you were given what looks like a proportion, say 3 is to 4, and this is questionable, I'm not sure if it's equal, as 12 is to 15, you might be asked, is this a proportion? And a proportion, once again, are two equal ratios, but we're not sure if these two are equal. So one of the ways we can prove whether they're equal or not is to use cross multiplication. I would take 3 times 15. I drop down that equal. We're still not sure if it's equal, but we're going to find that out, and then I would do the other butterfly wing. So I would take 4 times 12 or 12 times 4. Actually, the order that you write these two factors doesn't matter. So I now have 45, and on this side I have 48, and oh, these are not equal. So this means no, this is not a proportion. And that's because the two sides are not equal. if my result would have been, say, 45 on this side and 45 on this side, or say 48 on both sides, then yes, this would be a proportion. So if you're given two ratios and ask if it forms a proportion, you can prove yes or no by cross multiplying. Thanks for listening and hope this was helpful.